What's going on, guys? My name is Christopher and welcome to It's Complicated, the show where I talk about and showcase wristwatches. So if you love watches like I do, you're going to want to subscribe to the show. Today I'm going to be talking about the best watches you can buy under 200 bucks. Here we go. Before we get going, here as a side note, I just want to let you know we're going to be talking all mechanical watches on this list and no quartz pieces. All right, so first up is the Vostok Amphibia, also known as the Scuba Dude. It costs you about 65 bucks if you do some digging around. It's 200 meter water resistance, so a little over 600 feet. It's a 40 mil case size. The case is made out of stainless steel. The bezel and the crown are actually chromed brass. The crystal is a plastic crystal. You know, and water pressure applied to the crystal is actually part of how that watch is waterproof. The movement is an in-house Russian-made movement, which is pretty cool. The last time I tested my Vostok, it was gaining 28 seconds a day, so definitely not the most accurate movement out there. It's a non-hacking movement, meaning when you pull the crown out, the watch doesn't stop. This watch does have a date function at the 3 o'clock, the classic place for the date function to be, in my opinion, but there's no quick set feature to set this date. So you have to set the hands of the watch until the date changes over, and then there's actually a shortcut. You can go back to 8 o'clock and then to 12 o'clock and it'll change over again. Back to 8, back to 12, change it again. But if you have 30 days to go setting the date on that watch, it's gonna be a real bitch. The bracelet on the Amphibia is one of the nastiest I've ever encountered. It is chromed brass. Not only is it ugly, but it pulled just about every hair out of my wrist and I just trashed it right away. It's actually still in the box, but it's all messed up. So you're gonna have to buy a NATO for this watch most likely, and that's gonna set you back about another 10 bucks. So now you're in about 75 for the piece. Cool thing about the Vostok is there's a modding community for it, so you can actually replace the crown and stem, plus you can easily replace the bezel. Pretty cool. Next up is the Seiko 5 SKX 007. It costs about $180. The water resistance is 200 meters, just like the Vostok. Case size is 42 mil. I think it's 44 mil with the crown. The case is all stainless steel. It does have that Seiko Hardlex crystal on it, so it's like a mineral crystal, not quite as plastic as the Vostok, so a little more scratch resistant on the Seiko. Let's talk about the Seiko SKX 007's movement. This is an in-house Seiko movement. It's a non-hacking movement similar to the Vostok. You know, and you're paying well more than double the price over the Vostok for the Seiko, and you're gonna get a little better timekeeping as well. The Seiko sports a day and date at 3 o'clock. Seiko isn't exactly known for their bracelets, but you can get this on an all stainless steel Jubilee bracelet. Not supposed to be the best in the business, but it's gonna be a lot better than the one in the Vostok. You know, and the Seiko SKX 007 has a great reputation. It's a great little dive watch, and even Adam Savage from Mythbusters fame rocks one. And last on this list is the Orient Mako 2. What a cool looking watch that is. This watch is gonna set you back 145 bucks, so a little cheaper than the Seiko, but definitely more expensive than the Vostok. Just like the other watches on this list, this watch is 200 meter water resistant. It's a 41.5 mil case size, so just a cunt hair smaller than that Seiko. Just like the other two watches, the case material of this watch is all stainless steel. Crystal material is gonna be a mineral crystal, so a little more scratch resistant than the Amphibia, probably right around the same scratch resistance as the Seiko. Movement. This is another watch with an all in-house movement, but this watch, unlike the other two, actually has a hacking movement. So when you pull the crown out, the time will stop. Accuracy is going to be very similar to that of the Seiko, if not just a little better. And just like the Seiko SKX 007, this watch also features a day and date right at the 3 o'clock there. The bracelet of this watch is kind of more like a Rolex Oyster bracelet with the 3-link instead of the 5-link Jubilee style bracelet of the Seiko, and you know it's gotta be better than that Vostok bracelet. And what else can I say about the Orient? It's a very attractive looking piece. I love the blue. I mean, you can get it in all black, but I kind of like the blue there. It's very subtle, but it is nice looking. And there you have it, people. Those are the best watches under 200 bucks. All in-house movement, all mechanical watches, all 200 meter water resistance. And that wraps up another episode of It's Complicated. Don't forget to subscribe to the show, like this video, share it with your fucking friends, and I'll see you next time on another episode of It's Complicated.